Welcome back everyone. Well, this is a video that I've been kind of contemplating on making, but I just figured I'd make it anyway because I've already reviewed this thing and everything. Basically, when these M1 MacBooks first came out, I was kind of hesitant to pick it up just because they were the first gen models, and I was like, alright, whatever, like it's okay if I pick it up, it's not a big deal. I was coming from a 2015 MacBook Pro Retina 15-inch model, and I loved that thing, but that had some serious issues. I had a lot of overheating problems on that, and I eventually was able to fix it by doing that SMC whatever, reset. But I had already purchased my M1 MacBook Pro, and I figured I might as well just keep it. It's a great model, and everyone was hyping it up like crazy, so I kept it. And well, funny enough, I returned it, but then I ended up, getting a higher spec model of it. And so far, I can definitely tell you my experience has been great in pretty much 95% of what I do, everything with my MacBook. But the problem is that for some reason, there's just this weird issue that just keeps happening on my M1 MacBook Pro. And I look into it, and a lot of other people are experiencing these same issues as well. It's basically the MacBook in and of itself works perfectly fine. Anything I do with it, it's fine. I'm currently on macOS 11.2.1, the official version. Really, I've been having this issue on really every single version of macOS. And anything I do with, Final Cut Pro, with Photoshop, with, I'm a heavy user for these devices. And it's been working perfectly fine, except when I use an external display. I don't know what it is with this device, with the M1 MacBooks in particular. Like I said, I've been having a ton of MacBooks. I've always connected them and docked them up to a display and everything. But for some reason, these MacBooks just don't work too well with other, external displays. Now, it'd be one thing if I was using some random manufacturer's display, but that's not the case. I'm literally using a display that was built by Apple and LG. I use the LG Ultrafine 5K display, and that was a monitor that was being sold by Apple, and literally in their Apple stores, and you can even buy it on their websites. I think still probably not, but that's so crazy. And basically what the issue is that whenever I go ahead and dock my MacBook up to the display, right, whether I have the lid open or closed, for some reason it's like every other time I have to fully reboot my MacBook in order for the display to even discover this specific MacBook. Now, I do have other MacBooks that have USB Type-C ports, and those ones work perfectly fine. I have, an older model, I don't really remember which one, but the ones that support Thunderbolt 3, I'm actually able to go ahead and use those MacBooks, and for some reason those MacBooks work, but this one just has a weird issue where it's like every other time, like I have to go ahead and dock it back up or unplug it, plug it back in, and sometimes it still doesn't discover it, and so I have to fully reboot the MacBook and close out of everything I'm doing, and then it'll actually work. And it's very annoying. I would say if you're not planning on using an external display on your M1 MacBook, this is a perfect MacBook in so many different ways. But for some reason, this one issue, this MacBook just, I don't know what it is with it. And I don't know if this is an answer to it, but because this thing can only be connected to one other monitor, you can't, house multiple monitors on these M1 MacBooks. I think Apple messed something up, and now it's like if you ever even dock another, display, it's finicky and it doesn't work too well. I'm not too sure what Apple's doing. I really hope they kind of fix this because this is a major issue. I've went on Reddit, I've seen a couple other people complain about this thing too, and there were some other, display issues where sometimes the displays wouldn't even charge the MacBooks, and it's just a weird issue. And sometimes the MacBook, is able to connect to the monitor, but for some reason doesn't display on the monitor either. Like, it's just such a strange thing, and I never understand it. And the monitor is pretty much brand new. Like, I just bought it, not even 6 months ago, so I don't know what's going on there. But this is really the one reason why I don't like my M1 MacBook Pro. Everything else about this MacBook works perfectly fine. I never even had any complaints about it since the first day I bought it. But anytime I dock it up to my display and I unplug it, my MacBook, even undocking it, I have to use my MacBook. This thing overheats then. It's so strange. I think there's just some weird parameters, Apple coded in here that whenever it connects to a display and, unconnects to it, it's just some weird issues that happen in between. So it's fine when I use it, but when I could dock it to a display and I undock it and I use it, it's just a weird issue. And sometimes it doesn't come onto the, monitor itself. And I hope Apple fixes it, to be honest. If you guys experience these issues too, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it means so much if you guys can hit that. Check out my website, cheapphones.co, in case YouTube bans me. You can check me out there. All the other links linked down below, but more importantly, everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.